In this podcast episode, Lex Fridman interviews David Heinemeier Hansson, DHH, celebrated creator of Ruby on Rails and prominent figure in software engineering, about the transformative impact of AI on programming and software development. They dive deeply into agentic engineering, the evolving role of programmers in the AI era, the emergence of vibe coding, and the future of Linux-based operating systems through DHH's latest project, Omarchy. The conversation also explores philosophical, societal, and personal reflections on embracing change amidst rapid technological progress. DHH recounts a dramatic shift in his view on AI's role in programming over the past year, moving from skepticism to exhilaration. He explains how AI rapidly evolved from basic autocomplete tools to sophisticated autonomous agents capable of producing entire code bases based on vague, high-level human inputs. The transition between AI as a mere assistant to creative collaborator marks a new era where humans steer vision and design while AI implements and iterates. For simple domains like web CRUD applications, AI can now generate close to 100% of the code with minimal human oversight, though safety-critical and performance-intensive systems still require careful human auditing. The changes resemble the Wright brothers' breakthrough in flight, a rapid acceleration of decades of progress emerging in months. DHH distinguishes between traditional programming, writing code meticulously by hand, and agentic engineering, where developers work alongside AI agents that autonomously generate, review, test, and refine code. He cautions against conflating agentic engineering with vibe coding, a term for directing AI to build software by natural language without detailed technical oversight. While vibe coding democratizes software creation for non-programmers, preserving architectural integrity and software quality in large, complex systems still demands programming knowledge and human judgment. However, DHH stresses that even non-programmers can use AI agents to create personalized, open-source projects, with AI assisting in maintenance, documentation, and release management. Despite the incredible acceleration in coding capabilities enabled by AI, DHH explains why well-established applications and large companies have not seen explosive growth in shipping new features. The bottleneck lies less in coding implementation and more in human bandwidth, communication, coordination, decision-making, vision, and taste. Multi-layered organizational hierarchies and diffused responsibilities slow innovation. He analogizes that giving AI-powered programming tools to companies still bogged down in traditional processes is like giving race cars to runners who must walk in a parade. To fully unlock AI's potential, human teams must flatten decision-making, streamline interaction with agents, and cultivate clear visions and bold ambitions. DHH presents Omarchy, his innovative Arch Linux-based operating system designed from the ground up for the agentic era. Nearly 100% of Omarchy Quattro's code has been generated, reviewed, and tested by AI agents under his direction in the last 3 months. It integrates Linux's modularity and terminal-centric design with robust AI acceleration tools, empowering users to dictate system features and extensions via natural language interactions with AI. The system embraces a malleable and rapidly evolving architecture. Omarchy's plugin marketplace flourished quickly, reflecting widespread community engagement and democratized creativity fueled by AI. DHH describes his modern development environment as highly parallelized, running many agent instances across several machines connected through Tailscale's private network, all controlled by terminal multiplexer tools like tmux and herder. He compares this multitasking agent swarm to multi-core processing, enabling dozens of threads of code generation, review, and debugging simultaneously. Classical IDEs give way to terminal-based interfaces with asynchronous human-agent interaction cycles. He's also exploring voice-based input for free-form ideation and stream-of-consciousness design prompts, which complements but does not replace typing on a keyboard. The conversation covers the strengths and differences of the leading AI models, such as Claude, Fable, Opus, Grok, and open-source variants like Kimi. DHH shares an impressive case study where Fable and Opus transformed a complex Python animation library into a high-performance Rust executable within minutes, outpacing human effort by orders of magnitude. He describes how he leverages multiple agents to cross-validate code and catch errors, combining best-of-breed models for planning, implementation, and reviewing. Token cost, speed, and model nuances determine which model drives which stage of development in his workflow. DHH offers a refreshingly optimistic view on how AI has democratically expanded participation in open-source software maintenance and creation. Contrary to fears that AI-generated contributions burden maintainers with low-quality pull requests, he argues that AI pull requests often exceed median human quality and accelerate innovation by incorporating a broader community's ideas. Maintainers can lean on additional AI agents to triage and summarize pull requests, freeing humans to focus on strategic decisions, thereby elevating the entire ecosystem. This reformation invites more diversity in contributors and ideas. DHH critiques the traditional definition of programming as manual coding with loops, conditionals, and variables, distinguishing it from agentic engineering, where high-level problem framing and iterative interaction guide AI systems to craft solutions. He predicts the rise of vibe coders, individuals expertly prompting AI agents without writing lines of code themselves, though he views the term as problematic given historical baggage and quality risks. Programming as a craft remains important in certain domains, but for many tasks, AI agents surpass human programmers in creativity, execution, and security analysis. DHH reflects on his journey from decades of handcrafted Ruby programming to embracing AI as a new medium for software creation. He relishes the excitement and joy this new era brings, an almost delirious state reminiscent of several historic societal leaps, such as the internet and powered flight. He advocates stoic acceptance of change and embracing the freedom offered by AI's exponential boost. DHH points to the importance of focusing on what you can control now, leaning in with excitement rather than despair. The podcast touches on his roles as a race car driver and father, two areas that ground him amidst profound technological upheaval. Mental bandwidth becomes the limiting factor as humans manage dozens of agents working autonomously. The cognitive load of task switching and real-time decision-making leads to mental exhaustion, but also a flow state of exhilaration highly reminiscent of race car driving. DHH envisions future automation of agent review and decision filtering that will reduce this stress. Nevertheless, trusting agents to independently prioritize and drive development is already credible today, with humans becoming optional rather than essential in certain implementation roles. Emphasizing Linux's fundamental openness, its extensive CLI tools, text-based configuration, and source transparency, DHH argues that Linux is uniquely suited to lead the agentic operating system revolution. Omarchy aims to evolve Linux from a niche enthusiast platform to a malleable, agent-first OS accessible by all levels of users. Its TUI and terminal-based foundations mesh naturally with agent harnesses and AI workflows. DHH sees Linux finally poised to capture the desktop post-iOS Android duopoly as new form factors and interaction paradigms emerge. DHH candidly engages with politically sensitive topics such as mass immigration and demographic change in Europe, advocating open discussion with nuance and respect for self-determination. He acknowledges the right of societies to debate immigration's impact on cultural cohesion and economics. Simultaneously, he reflects on the increasing polarization and the dangers of cancel culture online. He calls for embracing disagreement as valuable and engaging with others, assuming good faith. Echoing back to the need for mature discourse he admires from historic figures like William F. Buckley. The interview moves into personal territory as DHH shares reflections on mortality, presence, creativity, and meaning. He discusses a feature in Omarchy encouraging mindfulness of life's finitude and contrasts modern longevity obsession with a richer life perspective. The conversation touches on balancing health, joy, social connection, and acceptance of imperfection in a fast-changing world. DHH's message is to cherish the gift of life and creation, whether in programming or fatherhood, and to pursue high aspirations with stoic equanimity. The hosts briefly explore parallels between AI-generated programming and emergent creative fields like video and film production. While film and video AI are not yet as advanced as programming AI, the democratization of creative tools indicates a broader cultural shift in how digital art and storytelling are generated and experienced. Expectations about malleable narratives, interactive media, and generative entertainment mirror those seen in software. DHH expresses excitement about the immense potential for AI-enabled democratization in all creative domains. DHH addresses his reputation for candid and sometimes spicy communication, drawing parallels to Linus Torvalds' style. He argues that a bit of sharpness and rigor is vital to uphold high standards in large, high-stakes technical projects, though it must be wielded with a constructive spirit. His embrace of open debate includes recognizing the value of ideological diversity and complex personas within the programming community. He further admires tech figures like PewDiePie for showing how non-traditional personalities can become influential creators in increasingly agentic technical landscapes. Looking far ahead, DHH shares optimism for humanity becoming a multiplanetary species with advanced AI augmentation. While cautious about overconfidence in AI's current state, he acknowledges glimpses of emergent generalized intelligence in agents' reasoning and autonomous task execution. He reflects on the cyclical nature of history and human resilience, advocating hope and faith in the capacity to navigate enormous changes. The conversation reveals a balanced stance, embracing technological breakthroughs while remaining grounded in timeless human values of love, creativity, and community.